Okay, everybody, Cleta the Cheetah here, and we are live on the Boss Babe call for January 23rd, 2023. And this is our week 3 of the Boss Babe series, Be the Game Changer. So hopefully you saw week 1 and week 2. And each week we're featuring a national sales director or a national sales director emeritus where she shares her game-changing moment. And then tonight, I have a special treat for y'all because all the directors just got back from leadership conference. So I am going to play and let you see the moment Ryan Rogers, which is Mary Kay's grandson, took over to be our new CEO. It was so exciting and it was emotional. I just think that every beauty consultant ought to see it. So we're going to play it for y'all right after the Boss Babe call. I mean, it's going to be during the Boss Babe call, but it's going to be after we share the game changer stuff. Okay, so hang in there. Don't leave early or you'll miss it. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to share my screen with you. And let's talk about for a minute who was a game changer last week. So in the chat, if you will, if you have had a chance, if not, look at this chart. Add up how many points you had last week. Okay, so you got 20 points if you attended your success meeting with your camera on. Okay, 30 points if you did an accountability call with your sales director, touched base with her. 10 points for every new name and number collected via a skincare survey, a warm chat, or referral. One of my 40 new names this week. So girl, you need to add that up. 25 points for every party booked, 50 points for every party held, 20 points for every face pampered with samples, virtual or in person, 20 points for every guest who attended an in-person or a virtual guest event, 25 for every career chat booked, 50 for every career chat held, because y'all know not every appointment holds, right? And then 100 for every new team member signed. So let's look in the chat here and see who got some points. So if some of y'all I know have not added it up, but if you printed out your little Boss Babe book, it's in there every week so that you can add it up, because this is going to help you know that you're improving. It's going to help you know that you're having activity that's going to promote your business. So Marcia, Lynn, congratulations for y'all's for your points. Sandy Wood, 495. Should you add the 2 weeks together? Well, I guess we could add the 2 weeks together. Why don't we? Because I know there's been 3 weeks. So let's add the 2 weeks together. Y'all come back and give me 2 weeks total. Let's blow it out, right? So 2 weeks, add last week and this week, because even though we didn't have the call, it was a whole week, right? And you might have had like a, $1,000 week the week before. So add up your points and put them on here, because we want to see who our winner is. Sandy Wood, 980 points. Sandy, that's impressive. That is impressive. Angela, 100 for a new recruit. Way to go. Way to go. In Stephanie's unit, who else did some points? Who added them up last week? Y'all, I know y'all are like, I forgot about that. Okay, so you want to add them up before the call so we'll know. Linda, 100. Sandra Griffin, 225. Very good. Very good. Okay, so let's just move on. If you get your points added up, put them on there. Chastity, 180. And then we'll see who our week number 2 game changer was. All right, right now it's Sandy. So we may have to have hear a little bit from her at the end. Well, excuse me, Darla Greenwood. Darla Greenwood has got 9. No, she has 875. Way to go, Darla. Sandy's got 9. It's for 2 weeks, 980. So congratulations, Darla and Sandy. That's awesome. Awesome. Okay. So you guys, I'm going to bring Sayla on the screen with me, and Sayla is going to read, she's going to read the description of the gal that is going to talk to us tonight, which is, Sayla, can I find you on here? Hang on just a minute. Which is Pam Tull. So let me find Sayla on here. Sayla May. Sayla. I see you and then I don't see you. Sayla, just unmute and start talking, and let me see if I can find you.
Okay, can you hear me, see me? Hello? Hello?
Hang on, let me stop here. Let me stop the share for a minute, and then I can find you better this way. Just a minute, Selah. Why is Selah at the end of the road here? Selah, just unmute. I'm going to take the spotlight off myself.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to spotlight you. Okay. There she is. Okay, I'm going to share the screen, and she's going to read about our speaker that we have.
Okay, hang on 1 second and let me. Okay, so we are featuring tonight Pam Tull. She is an independent national sales director from Bridgeville, Delaware. She is in the Emerald Seminar. Her former occupation was a student. Can you get excited that she's a national and she started out as a student? Okay, her theme song is Faith Enough. A few quick highlights about her career. She started Mary Kay in June of 1976. She became a sales director in September of 1982. She became a national sales director in August of 2002. She was a $1 million sales director 12 times. I think she knows what she's talking about, don't you? Okay, she was she won the monthly Go Give Award in June of 2002. Some fun facts about her: she's motivated by people who want to make a difference. Her best asset is her personality, and her favorite vacation spot is Hawaii or anywhere warm or tropical, and she's my kind of girl. Okay, so more about her: love, leadership, legacy, women who live the dream. Her quote is, "Only 2 of the independent sales directors in her unit ever saw Mary Kay Ash. So I have a huge responsibility to pass along the stories and the dream. An attitude of gratitude. I am grateful for the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's a lesson in every experience," says independent national sales director Pam Tull. Pam's success with her Mary Kay business spans more than a quarter of a century. She signed her independent beauty consultant agreement before graduating from high school in 1976 and grew up with Mary Kay Ash as one of her mentors. Can you imagine that, y'all? I met Mary Kay when I was 18, and I was so nervous that I said, "Hi, Mary Kay. I'm Jeff Tull, and this is my husband, Pam." Can you believe? Mary Kay never let on or missed a beat. She was so real. Mary Kay was one of those ordinary people with extraordinary talents. Pam, who jokingly refers to herself as a country bumpkin, carries her own set of extraordinary accomplishments. Her Mary Kay business resume speaks volumes about her determination and drive to succeed. She has been recognized as the queen of unit sales 7 times. Pam's husband, Jeff, has been there from the beginning. At first, he nudged her out of her comfort zone and has become her major supporter behind the scenes. And thanks to her Mary Kay business, Pam and Jeff get to attend every game and an event for their daughter, Natalie. Our life is awesome, Pam says. Pam feels it's all about serving others and perpetuating the legacy of Mary Kay Ash. Only 2 of the independent sales directors in my unit ever saw Mary Kay. I have a huge responsibility to pass along the stories and the dream. I see this opportunity as a vehicle to affect people's lives and their children's lives for generations to come. And that is Pam Tull. Yay! Is that it?
Yes, thank you, Selah. I appreciate it. Okay, I am going to play her her audio, and it's very short. So you may want to take a piece of paper out and take some notes. And what you're going to take notes are the questions that we're going to talk about is her game-changing moment. And what will you take away from her game-changing moment that you apply to your own business? And what could change in your business if you acted on the information that you shared above? So think about that as we play this.
Well, hello, everyone. This is National Sales Director Pam Tull coming to you live from Bridgeville, Delaware. And Happy New Year. You know, I've been singing about this new year. Yes, I have. Let it be me in 23. Lord, use me in 23. And so, you know that song, let it be me in 23. Mary Kay's words of wisdom, let it be. You know, Mary Kay, she started this company. Wow, what a woman. What a vision that God laid on her heart. And it's been passed on to all of us. And I've been with the company, here we go, 47 years. Woo! And I've been asked to share with you a moment or a time when it was a game changer in my career. And the first thing I thought of, I want to go with that. There's been so many over the course of 4 decades. And I'm so grateful for the women who blazed that pink trail before me, because I've learned from so many. But there was an aha moment. There was a pivot, a turn, a shift, whatever you want to call it, in my business. And it was very simple. I truly believe it's Mary Kay's original recipe. When I internalize it, I had to act on it. When I realized the day I realized that I could not control how much people spent with me, how much I sell, but there was one thing that I could control: how many faces I share this product with. And the same thing went with team building. When I realized that I couldn't control who said yes, who wanted to be a part of my team. And so many times it was disappointing when I saw it for them, but they did not see it for themselves. And I realized that there's one thing I can control: how many people I share the opportunity with. And when I took that to heart, and I acted on it, and I just focused on the activity, how many faces can I put this product on? How many people can I share what's going on? You know, you can only share from your last 7 to 10 days. That's when you're truly the most passionate, the most excited, the most authentic. And so those numbers, can I just share with you, there are only 2 numbers that matter in this business. Everything else is a sideshow. Everything else is a distraction. There's 2 numbers. You know it. Number of faces, number of interviews. And Mary Kay always said, you do them at the same time. That's time management. So I want to challenge you as you begin. I love a new year. It's fresh. It's clean. Everybody starts with a clean slate. If you take some time to get quiet, see what God has for you in 23 as you continue to keep Mary Kay's dream, her heart, and her song alive for the next generation coming behind you. Happy New Year, everybody.
Okay, you guys. So let's think about this. In fact, I'm gonna stop my share for a minute. And so I will take my spotlight off even. And I would like for you to tell me of this, what was her game-changing moment? Anybody just unmute and tell me, what was her game-changing moment?
I'll go.
Okay.
To me, it was what she said, what you cannot control. But what you can control was the number of faces, the number of people you talk to, and to do them together, because you're doing the work in full circle. So that's you can't control people that says no. So just keep moving and keep asking.
Absolutely. And you guys, when I heard it, I thought, I mean, we know that.
Yes.
But we know it, but then we get caught up in like the sales and who says no. We get our feelings hurt. We ask 3 people, they all say no, and we're done. But we know that it takes more than that, right? So I just love it. All right, who else? I mean, that's the main thing, but who else got something from it that they'd like to share? I know it's pretty simple. Gail, it looks like your lips are moving, but you got to unmute yourself.
There we go.
There you go.
If this is the first time I ever heard her say or ever thought this thought that our authentic enthusiasm is what we did in the last 7 to 10 days, like, duh, I better go get it kicking in, because you really run on that internal enthusiasm. It's crystal clear.
So true, because think about how y'all felt after Black Friday or Pink Friday. Like, I know how I felt when I had sold so much product. I felt like I could have recruited anybody because I was so excited, and I could genuinely tell people, you can sell this product. I just moved $7,000. That, thank you. Who else has something that stood out?
She kept it pretty simple, and I like how she was quick. She said, just focus on the activity, because that's also what you can control.
Exactly. And so really, this one is a simple message. There's no need to sit here and complicate it, you guys, right? And so I was just thinking the main thing we got to, like, the 2 numbers we have to track is, like, every week, ask yourself, how many faces did I do? How many people did I talk to about the career opportunity? And if those numbers are 0 and 0, don't be upset that your business isn't growing, right? Because we cannot control who buys and who signs, but we can control how many people we ask. And if we ask no one and we book no one, right, we're going to sell nothing. So some of you can just say, listen, I'm going to have a goal and I'm going to do at least 3 a week, 3 faces, 3 interviews. Or you may say, I know I'm going to do 6 a week, or I may do 1 every day. My goal is 7 a day. 7 a week. Share the opportunity. And like she said, you do it at the same time. You share the products and then you share the opportunity with them, right? So it doesn't have to be 2 separate appointments, not necessarily, right? Now, if you're doing a party of 20, you could do a general marketing talk, and then you still want to follow up separately with people, because just throwing it out there is like shooting a shotgun hoping it'll hit somebody. And sometimes it does, which is awesome. But sometimes it doesn't. You have to call them in and rifle them, if you know. But that's like Southern people talk. But anyway, y'all get the idea on that. So I just love Pam. She has taught in a lot of classes that I've been to. When I went to Nemacolin for the $1 Million Weekend, she taught, and she is just always been one of my favorite teachers. She keeps it very simple, and that's how she has run her business this whole time. So it's a short message tonight, but I think it's a powerful one for us to remember, right? Because you can't control who buys and how many people actually sign up. You can only control how many you do. So
I had a question.
Go ahead.
When you say general, what are you referring to in what sense, as far as what she was talking about?
Okay, like if I say a general marketing plan, is that what
Yeah.
Okay, so like let's say I'm doing a party, and you can even use the flip chart, for example. It goes through, there's a marketing page where you can join Mary Kay, a little bit about the company, and you can even tell a little bit about how to get in. But at the end, you still need to ask the person, like sometimes people go, I want to do that. But most of the time, even if you give some general information about, what we may for the party and a little individually one-on-one. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay. Because sometimes we think that's all we got to do, and they're going to run up to us and go, hey, how do I sign up? Generally, they don't do that. Generally, they want you to ask them. Okay. That's how it usually works. Okay. Let me show y'all something. Okay. We talked about some scriptures last week to help you be a game changer. And so I just want to remind you of these scriptures. Take a screenshot of it if you need to. But these really help you be a game changer. Romans 12:12, Joshua 1:9, Ecclesiastes 3:1, Isaiah 43:19. Excuse me, 2 Corinthians 5:17. So I think these are excellent verses for us to just print them out and put them on your mirror, and every morning read them. And so I thought I'd also show you just a few pictures of some of our Boss Babe directors that got together. Maureen, she was at the one that we had the first week. And so we missed seeing her, but we got together before like her last day, our first day. And so we had just a great time. All of these gals, we all roomed together. And then of course, Connie, and I know we have some other directors that aren't always on the Boss Babe call, but and Sharon and Judy and, Beth and some of you gals. So it was great to see all of you, but I want to play the video of Ryan Rogers. So this is Ryan. It's funny. I can remember the very first time he came on stage and he was so handsome. He's like a 20-year-old and everybody was just saying, Ryan Rogers, especially Latrice. I don't know if she's on here tonight, but anyway, it was just so funny. So I'm going to play the video of it. And let me pull it up here. The intro was fantastic, you guys, and I hope you're going to be able to see it. So this is just a few minutes long, so you may just want to take some notes on it, but I hope you'll really enjoy it as much as we did. I played it last night again, and I just loved it. My mouse is doing crazy things today, and I cannot even get it over there. What is going on? Hang on, just ladies, hang on just a minute. Don't mess with the cheetah. Okay, here we go.
People always say that Ryan inherited his father's business sense and, more important, his grandmother's heart.
Since he was about 3, he's been saying, one of these days I'm going to be president of Mary Kay Cosmetics. I think that would be a very great idea.
My son Ryan, 3rd generation Mary Kay culture, took a page from his grandmother's book of life.
I know that you're going to carry on this tradition, even when I'm not here anymore. I know it's going to happen.
And I could tell she took great comfort knowing that the 2 people she always wanted to work for her dream company were right where she wanted them to be.
And I guess that's what this is all about, isn't it? To have the love of the people that you love the most.
All of us in the Mary Kay family share a legacy that we can be proud of. I ask you to do the same. Just pass it on. It's the Mary Kay way.
And now, please welcome Chief Executive Officer and Mary Kay's grandson, Ryan Rogers.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Well, I must tell you, I am so deeply humbled to be taking on the role of Chief Executive Officer of Mary Kay Inc. And it honors me to have the opportunity to follow in the footsteps of the 3 greatest leaders this company has ever had. First on that list, of course, the incomparable Mary Kay Ash. Next, my father and her co-founder, Richard Rogers. And finally, but certainly not least, David Hull. But the very best, as he transitions into a role that will describe his daughters and his recently arrived granddaughter. David's legacy owing this company to new heights that were never imaginable in both the US and internationally will always leave an enduring impact on this great company. But don't you worry, David isn't going too far as he has agreed to stay on the board of directors and serve as our chairman. And although David is not in attendance today, let's give him one final standing ovation to show our appreciation for his outstanding leadership and contributions to this company. So my daughter Everly asked me the other day on our way to school, how old was Mary Kay when she started the company? Well, I did the math pretty quickly and I determined the answer. And of course, you can all Google it, but I'm going to stick with her guidance on this. As she used to say, a woman that will tell her age will tell you anything. But in answering my daughter, that's when it hit me. I think I'm about the same age Mary Kay was when she started her dream company for women. So I dug in a little deeper, got an Excel spreadsheet out, and determined this. Now, would you believe that when I officially became the CEO of her company, I was exactly 29 days older than she was when she founded the company back in 1963? Pretty close. And she served as our CEO for 33 years, so I might be able to have a decent little run here. Well, anyway, all of those shoes are impossible to fill. But I will promise you this, I will give it my very best and things will be done the Mary Kay way. So I mentioned at seminar last year how much it must have warmed her heart to know back in 2001, before she passed away, that both of the people she so dearly wanted to be working at her company were home again, so to speak, that being my father and myself. And I had no idea at the time, and at the time I mean seminar last year, that this was how it was going to play out. But I know in my heart that grandmother Mary Kay has a smile on her face in heaven. She always somehow knew that this was going to be part of my destiny. And she knew all of us would be up to the task. You see, as long as we stay true to her time-tested values, and all of us enthusiastically try our hardest, we are destined for success. From the very beginning, Mary Kay Ash truly believed that her company was blessed by a higher to enrich women's lives. And that mission will never change. Since 1985, this company has been a family-owned business, and now once again, it's a family-managed one. And I want to thank my family for supporting me in this expanded role. And not just my wife, Malia, and my daughter, Everly, but all of my siblings and cousins who are also stakeholders in the family business. And I want you to know how deeply Mary Kay's family cares about the legacy of Mary Kay Ash and the mission of this company to enrich lives all over the world. When the announcement was originally made back in November, he took me aside and he told me things will be different. And on the day it was in the newspapers and all over social media, I was at a luncheon that I had previously committed to attend. Well, people I didn't even know came up to me and introduced themselves and offered their congratulations and good luck. And when I returned to the Mary Kay building that afternoon, I will never forget my first elevator ride. One of our employees on the elevator asked me, she goes, so are you the kind of guy we can talk to in the elevator, or is that weird? And of course I laughed and I said she was always welcome to talk with me anytime she wanted. But you all of you in this room, you are leaders too. So you should know what to expect, especially our national sales directors who have worked their way to the very top. They know it's different when you get there. It's different when you have that level of responsibility to lead, to be an example for others to follow. And I'm sure all of our national sales directors have been approached by people they don't know for words of advice, words of encouragement, words of inspiration. But I recently watched a Mary Kay speech where she imparted some wisdom about the difference between words and actions. She made the point that what you hear is nowhere near as important as what you see, that telling someone how to do something is not nearly as effective as showing them the way. You see, Mary Kay believed there was only one way to lead, by example. And that is what she expected of every single one of you, especially those of you at the top. Tracy Giese, our director of Salesforce Education, was giving a presentation a few months ago at the company. And she mentioned how Mary Kay taught our sales directors to put their new unit members in their hip pockets so they could show them by example how to conduct a Mary Kay business. Well, these last few years have made doing that a lot more challenging, to say the least. You want the results you want from your business and team? Ask yourself this: are you showing them how to do things or just asking them? Well, Mary Kay herself believed there was only one style of leadership that was truly effective: showing your team the way. Now, I must say, I have to absolutely congratulate you for your leadership and the success we have had late last year, because you all definitely showed us something in the fourth quarter. Rocktober exceeded our highest expectations as you showed off your incredible team building skills. Govember was also a huge hit as you showed us what you could do with our products for holiday selling. And then the big one, December, when you all rocked our world and showed us a company single day order count and sales record. It was amazing. Well, of course, with such a strong finish to the year as we had, we greatly exceeded our expected number of qualifiers for the Leadership Conference 2023 Sales Volume Growth Challenge. And on Wednesday, I took pictures with my 500 newest best friends, our sales directors that grew their unit sales volume over 33% in the last 3 months of last year versus the prior year. And at the previous leadership conference, I took pictures with another 500 qualifiers. Now that is showing some real growth. And it gives us and you a ton of momentum heading in to our 60th anniversary year. That's why I am so confident that you will achieve our 60th anniversary Share the Mary Kay Dream Global Challenge. As you know, it's our first ever global challenge. And the goal, to remind you, is to share the Mary Kay opportunity with 600,000 new independent beauty consultants globally by June 30th. You know, one of the things that has always impressed me so much when I've traveled the Mary Kay world is how our Mary Kay culture, everywhere you go, the cultures and traditions of the country I may be in could be very different from where I live. But once you get inside the pink bubble, we may speak different languages and dress a little bit differently, but our Mary Kay values are exactly the same. What a testimony to the foundation on which Mary Kay Ash built this company. Her core values, anchored first and foremost in the Golden Rule, are values that have endured for generations and transcend across civilization. So it's only natural that we come together to celebrate our 60th anniversary by giving a chance to show what they can do. So once again, I am so excited to be taking on this new role and leading my grandmother's dream company. I am very excited about the momentum we have heading into 2023 and beyond. I am very excited about the 60th anniversary and all the great plans we have in place to make this year a year we can really be proud of. So let's just start by achieving the Share the Dream Challenge. I know you can do it. Thank you, and let's continue to have a wonderful leadership conference. Thank you so much.
Let's hear it again for Ryan Rogers.
This one is, we may play one more little thing. Wow. She is really good, but we're gonna save that for another time. Okay. What do y'all think about Ryan Rogers? Anybody unmute and tell me what you thought about it. Any comments?
I will go.
Okay.
I am new, so I don't know a whole lot about Mary Kay, but I'll tell you, listening to his speech, I got goosebumps. And I haven't even sold one tube of anything yet.
Catherine signed up 4 days ago or 5 days ago. But
That was
like a
amazing.
brand new consultant. Yes. Thank
That
you,
was
Catherine.
amazing. Amazing.
I think I thought he was humble. He was extremely humble.
Yes.
And he's so appreciative, and he almost it's almost like he just can't believe this is really happening, but you could tell the excitement in his voice. And I just love him.
I know it. Who else has something?
He is definitely Mary Kay's grandson. True and true.
Yes, he is. Thank you, Grace. Natasha, did you want to say something?
I was just going to say, I remember, like you said, Cleta, when he first took the stage at Mary Kay seminar and all the girls went wild and clapping. And like they would clap for 20 minutes before he could ever say anything. And just when they say he has Mary Kay's heart, like you've seen that in every single role that he has held with the company. And the fact that he has worked his way through the ranks and knows Mary Kay inside and out, like so confident that our company is in good hands and that the next 60 years are going to be just as amazing as the first 60 years because of his heart and the integrity with which this company has been led.
Yes, well said. I couldn't have said it better. Thank you, Natasha. It is moving, you guys. I'm telling you. Who else has something they'd like to say about it?
I have something to say. What I so much love about Ryan is that he just repeated what I heard Mary Kay say, like 38 years ago. And in addition to that, any of us that have sons close to his age, I mean, it is just a tug on our heart, like, oh, this mine, look at this new leadership. It's just like, oh, your brain is just vibrating with both the memories and the possibilities. It's the best of both worlds.
Yes, I agree. And the picture of him kissing Mary Kay on stage, that got like I was trying to video it the first time and I saw it, but last night when I was rewatching it, I got choked up, couldn't even talk to Brad. I was showing it to him and I got all choked up about it. Like seriously. Okay, who else has something to say about it? Anybody else have any comments?
That it's truly a family business.
Absolutely. And I'll show the one where the great granddaughter, she's the head of the foundation, but she has taken a bigger role in speaking to everybody. And one of the things they told us is she said it and he said it too, but there's tons of people in their family. They're the ones that felt called to be a part of the company. And they said that in June, they all get together and have like a family seminar and they talk about the company and what's coming up and some different things. So even though we only see a couple of members, they said they literally have over 100 people in their family. Isn't that crazy? And
Wow.
so the feeling we got when we left as sales directors was just an encouragement that our company is in, not that it wasn't with David Hull, but because it's her grandson, that we are in good hands, that it is going to stay a notch above the other companies and that it will be done the Mary Kay way. That's how I felt anyway, just very grateful and excited about our future in Mary Kay. I probably won't be around when he finishes his term. I was thinking about that. I'm like, no, unless I work till I'm 93, and it's a possibility. I could be doing a boss babe call. Y'all be like, please quit doing the boss babe call. You're 100. Anyway, you never know. You never know, right? We should be really good by then. So I wanted y'all to see that. I thought it was important for all of our consultants to see it. It was one of my favorite parts of leadership. And so Sayla and I were talking on the way home that what we think we might do, something else that was really, really special were the National Sales Director Emeritus, the retiring nationals, their stories. I mean, like there was a dry eye in the room when they told about how it impacted their life. So hopefully the viewing session will be up for a little bit and we can play that next week, play one of the debuting national sales directors. And when you see how this business can change your family's life, it really makes you want to grab a hold to it and really work it like a business, because you are watch nationals. I mean, like you said, Gail, you know, when you have children that age, you're like, ugh. So it's so good. So this week, 2 numbers to track. 1 is faces. 2 is how many people you're sharing the opportunity with. That's the only 2 things y'all need to worry about. 1, I mean, yes, there's a million closing sheets. Yes, there's a million ways to share. But if you share from the heart and you share the products, you're going to sell and you're going to recruit, right? So let's all join together and have like an awesome week. It's the last week of the month. It officially is next Tuesday, but we got a lot of work to do. I say that for the cheetahs. We got a lot of work to do between now and the end of the month, but I know we're up for the challenge. I know we can do it, and that we can quadruple what we already have in between now and the end of the month. Can I get an amen, directors? Yes. Yes, for sure. All right, you guys, have a great week. If you want to come back and watch this speech, you know it'll be on YouTube now under the Boss Babe Week 3. All right. Bye, everybody, and thank you so much for joining.